I'm at the Rockingham Historic Site, George Washington's final wartime headquarters in 1783. Behind me is his house and the farmhouse behind it. So I am currently in Kingston, New Jersey at the Rockingham Historic Site. Behind me is George Washington's final wartime headquarters. It was originally known as the Berrien Mansion, and it was built in 1710. It is considered the second oldest house in the Millstone River Valley. The house was a two-story, two-room frame house with a 1 1/2 story lean-to at its back, which is considered a farmhouse, which is right there. A kitchen and additional rooms were added in the early 1760s, expanding with the Berrien family. There is some backstory information on the house, and it all starts in 1735 with a man named John Berrien. John Berrien served as the Somerset County Judge for the College of New Jersey. He purchased the house and 100 acres in 1735. In 1763, he purchased 260 more acres to help expand his farm. But unfortunately, in June of 1783, troops from Pennsylvania decided Continental Army revolted because they were not getting enough money. The troops marched across Pennsylvania and so the Congress moved themselves to Kingston, New Jersey. A man named Elias Boudinot, president of the Continental Congress, asked George Washington to send a loyal detachment of troops to Pennsylvania. George Washington did, and he helped lead the troops. In late June, Congress requested General George Washington back in Princeton. Unfortunately, Washington was in New Bern, New York at the time with the remainder of his troops, so he did not get the message until August. He had supplies, but all the supplies he had was for a short-term stay, so him and his troops had to find somewhere to live. 4 miles from where he was, he found this house of John Berrien, but at the time it was owned by the widow, Miss Margaret Berrien. Margaret was living in Princeton at the time and had the house for sale, so she rented it to George Washington and his group on a monthly basis. On August 23rd in 1783, George Washington and his wife, a small group of 2 to 3 dozen soldiers, 3 aides de camp, a few military men, and some slaves moved into this house. The house served as George Washington's final Revolutionary War headquarters while the Continental Congress was meeting in Princeton. George Washington ultimately lived here for over 2 1/2 months, from late August to early November. Unfortunately, he was ill at the time and winter was approaching, so he decided to return to Mount Vernon in early October with his group, leaving behind this house. This house has moved 3 times because of an erosion quarry. The original site was about northeast from this house right now. The first move was in 1893 to remove it from the Rocky Hill Quarry Company property in Rocky Hill. 2 girls, Kate McFarlane and Josine Swan, helped create the Washington Headquarters Association of Rocky Hill. These 2 girls raised enough money to buy and relocate the house. It opened to the public in 1893, but unfortunately in 1935, State of New Jersey owned it and closed it down. The second move was in 1956, and the quarry had expanded, and the house again was to close to the active quarrying. It was then moved a half-mile eastward along County Route 518. And lastly, the house moved here in Kingston, New Jersey, and it's only a few miles away from Princeton College.